All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness. A sip of my water. Need to shave everything. Getting stubbly. Need to shave all this up. All right, let's get some questions going, some topics going. I haven't done one of these in just a little while on here. Thought, what the hell? Let's get in and see what my audience is up to. See what they're doing, what they're about. Right? Maybe we can actually talk some training and some real conversations and not a bunch of bullshit. That would be nice. Let's talk about some real stuff. So I'm going to chill here for a minute. I'm going to do my thing, let people roll in. Got to give people a minute. They may not be looking for this because I haven't done one of these in a bit. I haven't done one in just a bit. You guys can see from the other stuff, training's going well, cutting's going well. Interestingly enough, I look bigger now that I've lost 8 pounds. That trend will probably continue. Trend will continue. What's popping, Jason? How you doing, my guy? I'm doing good, Frank. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Let's crack a lacking. Yeah. At least we got somebody already commenting. Is it true all rear delt exercises work the side delt equally? Probably not true. There's probably a degree of truth to that. Does the overall indication appear to be that anything that works the side, the posterior deltoid aggressively works the lateral delt also? Yes. The degree to which it happens probably varies a little from exercise to exercise. Like with anything else, you can get a lot of splash over. If it's really a particularly big weak point for you, doing some direct work probably isn't an unwise idea. Are tricep dips good for progressing the bench press? I'm not sure. The bench press. Depends on the person. I don't personally feel that I've ever seen a correlation. Okay. I don't personally feel that I've ever seen a correlation, meaning I've had times where I worked dips hard, my dips got better and my bench didn't go up. I know other people who swear by it for improving their bench. So I don't suppose it's a one size fit all there. But in general, anything that makes your pecs and your triceps bigger should probably help your bench press. But keep in mind, doing some actual benching is probably pretty important for building your bench too. Hey, coach, I feel a weird stretch in my right elbow when doing J-Young press. Has been doing band press cells for 6 months now. Recommendations. A weird stretch. Okay, so you feel a weird stretch. I'm going to use your words. Your words. I'm not going to draw any assumptions other than the exact words you use. I wish people would do that for me more often. Right? They'll be like, but you suggested, you paraphrased, you know, I didn't say that. You said, I feel a weird stretch. Okay. No problem. Proceed. All right. How come you took out the GHRs? Don't you need a curl to exercise the biceps femoris? Do we need it? That's the question. I don't know that we need it. Can it be valuable? Yes. Here's the thing. The GHRs make my hamstrings cramp ridiculously to the point where it interferes with my day-to-day life. I'm good at GHRs. I can perform on them well. They leave my hamstrings cramping. Right now, I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm cutting. I don't want to deal with extra aches and pains and complications. I can get good development from an RDL. I'm going to do RDLs for a bit. If I eventually reach a point where I feel like my hamstrings have become a weak link by not doing GHRs, I will work them back in. It's not a new shirt. I've had this shirt a while. I've got a bunch of it. I don't wear that many shirts on camera, but I have a lot of shirts. I just choose not to wear them. Not on the camera, usually different ones that often. I just thought I would throw one of my guitar shirts on though today. Coach, a fitness influencer, said that split squat isn't a good quad exercise because it doesn't put a full range of motion stretch on the quad. Your thoughts? Okay. If you're doing a split squat and not putting full range of motion stretch on your quads, then it's not a good quad exercise. If you are doing so in a manner that puts a full range of motion stretch on your quads, then it's a good quad exercise. So it's the way that you execute the exercise in this case. Maybe this influencer isn't intelligent enough to understand that. It's like saying a high bar squat is not a good quad exercise because it doesn't put a full stretch on the quads. Unless you do it deep enough to put a full stretch on the quads, then it does. See what I mean? Worst injury. I mean, I could say that bicep tear, but I wasn't technically doing any meets at the time. Many years ago, over 20 years ago. I'm going to say then, so while I've been doing powerlifting again, probably shoulder impingement from pull-up overuse combined with not having the best shoulder mobility that had gotten limited. Yeah. I don't get hurt from heavy. I haven't really had injuries. I did get one from a squat, bench, or deadlift in the last few years. I did pull one of my lats while doing a 2.5-inch deficit deadlift with I think it was 565 on the bar. I did pull a lat, so that was pretty bad. Affected my training for at least a week, maybe more. And remember, my whole arm turned black from it. My back and then my entire arm all the way down to my wrist turned black, if you guys recall, from that lat pull. And it affected my training for maybe up to about 10 days. My bench has been stuck at around 70, I'm assuming that's kilogram times 3 for a while. I guess my weakness is mid-range. I did a lot of pause bench pressing, close grip for 8 reps. What exercise would improve mid-range of the bench? Probably some delt work. Incline benching. But here's the thing, brother. You're benching 70 kilos for 3. Do we need to be talking about weak points? Or do you just need to keep benching, keep eating, and maybe do some tricep work? Okay, well, come over to my other point, Lee. You bench 70 kilos for 3. Why are we bothering with incline dumbbell benches and stuff? Why are we working on a refinement movement like that when you don't have a base yet? I mean, I'm asking that as a serious question. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I take clients who are still novice-y, and I get their bench higher than that with nothing but benching and band work for their triceps. Just throwing that out there. What caused the injuries to your shoulder? Is it fully? That's really complicated, Ollie. A whole combination of overuse, loss of range of motion, mobility, so on. Best tricep exercises to help with bench. I don't think there is a best. I think tricep exercises in general could be useful. Depends on what's going on with it. I mean, if it's a lockout weakness, maybe a JM press. If it's general tricep, any sort of extensions are good. Should fighters always be trying to get stronger? Or is there a strength level where effort required to increase strength isn't worth recovery? Well, here's the thing, Adam. How do we get stronger? Meaning, let's say they've already done some strength training work. Are they getting stronger by doing strength work, or they didn't get stronger by gaining muscle? So what you're saying is there a point where getting bigger isn't worth it? Because that is, where does your strength come from? If you've already been doing some heavy max effort work, do you really think anything you do to get stronger is going to get you stronger than that, other than getting bigger? So the question becomes, is there a point where getting too big could be a problem? Well, maybe. Maybe. I don't think that's a realistic problem for most people, though. That there can certainly be, right? Certainly could be an issue. Should I be worried about mobility in my shoulders as much as in my legs? Probably, yeah. I think so. I think you're more likely to have mobility issues develop in your shoulders more quickly and more severely than in your legs. I'm not saying you shouldn't care. Some deep squatting all the time will generally resolve the other, though. It will probably keep it from becoming an issue in general. Digging the new threads. I've had this for a while. I got a whole bunch of shirts from one company about 6 months ago. Yeah. Your delts are getting so big, you see them popping out of the sides of my shirt. You think? I don't know about that. But yeah, Ollie, I decided to throw some shirts on for more of these. You guys see me shirtless all the time in the vlogs now. So it's like now I've got to change some stuff up to keep it interesting. Hey, coach, really long femurs here. Do I need a lot more volume, high reps to grow my legs? No, you're just going to take longer to make your legs look proportionately big. You might not find normal back squats to be the best exercise for quad growth. Shorter femur guy can probably do all their quads off high bar squats, front squats. You might need a little extra stuff to maximize the size. You know, whether it's on a machine or some isolateral leg work, you know, just the basics. Should athletes train without belts, et cetera, as you've been doing? That's a point of great contention. I don't know what the answer is to that. They could. I don't have a problem with them training beltless if they are so inclined. Okay, Jason, should my bench be increasing 5 pounds every workout in the beginner phase like Mark Ripto says, or should I be progressing stagnant like yours has been? Oh, Jenny, you already know my bench. I hit PRs earlier this year on the bench. You already know that. You're so cute. You guys ready for it? We need the sound effects. Here come the sound effects. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pow! All right. Everyone was expecting that. All right. I want your opinion with holding an easy bar with your pinky fingers higher in the. Are you just confusing the hell out of me now? All right. I want your opinion without holding an easy bar with your pinkies higher than your thumb on the bar. Okay, I'm trying to visualize this. Make the easy bar more efficient than the usual way, like most people holding the easy bar when curling it. Probably not. Thoughts on nose breathing only. Probably there. I don't know. I've heard people suggest that mouth breathing could be bad for overall health in a number of things. But, you know, we live in a society where people are obese. You expect them to get enough air through just their nose. They might be asking a lot. They might need to be, right? Think your back is IFBB level. Maybe. I don't know about all that. I don't know. I do have pretty decent back development, though. Any advice for getting rid of winged scapula? Nope. Not in my area of expertise. See, the thing is, sometimes we need to know when to stick to our wheelhouse. Sorry, brother. Maybe talk to physical therapists for some advice. Greetings from Finland. Been a huge fan of your content for years. You were the first person to open my eyes to the fact that most supplements are overpriced BS, and I don't buy them anymore. I'm glad that I saved you some money. You know, doing some good deeds. Doing some good deeds. Hi, Jason. I need some advice from you, man. Lately, I've been accruing a lot of fun. Should I? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. All right, get ready. You guys ready for it? 1, 2, 3. Kapow! Bye-bye, Frank. I'm 21 and I think I have cancer. Do you think the chances are high or not? I don't know, man. I hope that you don't. I have no way to answer your question, man. That's a question for your medical doctor who should be looking into it. I sincerely hope that you don't have cancer. I've watched loved ones pass from cancer, and I don't wish that upon any human being on the face of the earth. Right? Kapow. All right, the sound effects getting boring now. All right. Unless you guys want to type it out. Do you guys want to type out the sound effects next time? Landon, I don't wish that upon anyone. I don't even wish cancer upon the people who were here just making negative comments who I got rid of. I don't even wish it on them. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to take that, Larry. Bodybuilding's not my domain. I do strength advice. I mean, I even give fat loss advice. I give building muscle advice. Bodybuilding is not my area of expertise. I don't know anything about posing. I don't know anything about how to pick the sexiest panties. I don't know anything about the best way to apply your layers of fake tan. I don't know how to properly use diuretics without destroying your kidneys. And Franco Columbus down here's got a good point. Greg Doucette still says good mornings are bad. And so Greg should stick to his wheelhouse on telling guys how to use trend, how to pick the sexiest panties, and how to flex their butt cheeks up on the stage and leave the strength training to real coaches. And everybody needs to stick to their wheelhouse. Again, saying good morning. Good mornings are great. How much creatine do we need to build muscle? None. And Ben Dance, I'm not going to answer that question. All right. You guys already know the answer to that. I'm not trying to make this a firearm platform. Is a bit of knee valgus on max squat all right? Potentially, depends on what's going on. What's going on with your knee valgus, Baker? Franco says, I follow a good diet and I'm still FAT. What should I do? Increase your protein and reduce your calories. Do you think it's good to do a 3x5 good morning after a heavy 3x3 deadlift? I don't know that I would prescribe that. Anakin says, hey, Jason, I'm planning on a home gym. Can you recommend a bar to me? Don't know the differences. I think a good bar to build your foundation off of, a number one choice would be a Texas Power Bar. That is what I use in most of my videos for the larger chunk of my lifting. Okay, Texas Power Bar, their main power bar. Failing that, the Rogue Ohio bars or any of the Rogue power bars are also a good secondary choice. That's your foundational bar that you'll probably do the bulk of your training with. All right. I have no knee pain, but my knees buckle inward on the absence of my ascent of my max squat. Attempts to get it worse the narrower my stance becomes. I need to see some stuff going on with your squat to give advice, man. Typing and words are not worth what a video is. Yep. Blah, blah. Once I'm like 50 leg days, I get a feeling as if I'm getting a hernia at the bottom of my squat during warm-ups. Usually I'm forced to not squat that day. Any thoughts? No, man, I don't know what's going on with your squat there. Sorry. Do you think there's any benefits for doing targeted work for calves if my primary goal is strength? Probably not. Do you agree with the new main version of Greg Doucette's Maingaining? I'm not aware of his new version. Right? I'm not aware of his new version. Could you explain it? And then I'm not going to say my opinion of Greg Doucette's Maingaining. I'm going to give my opinion of what you're describing. Does that make sense? because I don't have evidence that he said it. So I am only going to be able to give you my opinion of your description. How's that sound? Do you have any experience with strength shop equipment? Yeah, they were pretty decent. When I lived in the UK, I had a bunch of their stuff. Do you get over concerned with your health? Over concerned? No. Do I care about it? Yes. You know, it's definitely important, and I try to be healthy and keep up with it. New version is to stay at a healthier body fat percentage of maybe 15% body fat and stay there year round and build muscle. I don't think that's unreasonable. My issue was him telling people to never bulk. So it's like, you're going to be 150 pounds your entire life. The old version was never bulk, right? Which is fucking stupid. You tell someone to never bulk, that means that they never gain any weight. Therefore, they're probably not going to gain muscle unless they were fat already. So the new version is just a slow bulk, right? So you stay maybe 15% body fat, a healthy range, and you slowly add weight, which means you're hopefully making lean gains, or at least enough that your body fat isn't going up. That's called a slow bulk. Perfectly reasonable. Plenty of people do that successfully. Why are we calling it Maingaining? That's called a slow bulk. Why do we need to rename something that people have done successfully for 50 years under another term? Could it be that he's just trying to market what all of us have always called a normal slow bulk for 20, 50, whatever years? But he hasn't got his word on it. We can't sell that. Who, if anyone, do you prescribe plyometrics to? People who need them. Some of my athletes and stuff. Right? Plyometrics are good for athleticism. Started taking TRT 2 weeks ago. Haven't felt the effects in the gym. Is that normal? You may not have felt the effects in 2 years. That's not why you go on TRT. What is a healthy weight for an average person who's 5'9"? I love being strong. I don't know, man. You're going to have to check the charts. I don't have that memorized for you. Oh. Get rid of these people. Favorite glute medius exercise? I don't know. How about deep squats? Coach, there's a machine in my gym that allows you to work your legs like a good morning, but you hang your legs in it. Is this machine called? I don't know. I have no idea, man. You're going to have to go check the label on the machine and see what it's called. I lift barefoot like a monkey currently. Would it be a good investment to buy some lifting shoes, or would some old wrestling shoes work? Same as having flat. If you're trying to do flat soles, then do flat soles, right? If you need lifting shoes for the style of squats as you do in the get weightlifting shoes. Is it valuable to donate blood on tests? Yes, if your hematocrit is too high. No label on it, but miscreant removed the label. I want the machine in my house. Well, I don't know, man. You're going to have to do some Googling because I'm going to tell you, I don't know what that machine is called. So I have no idea. No offense, Jason, but that shirt is horrible. You should take it off. You're horrible, Gertrude. It's got a Gibson Les Paul, a flaming Gibson Les Paul on it. What sort of uncouth, uncultured barbarian are you? Right? Clearly, you're not appreciative of great music. That's clearly the case. Do you have an axle bar? Yes, you guys have seen my axle bar. When's the last time a woman picked up on you? Picked up? What do you mean picked up on me? Women hit on me, but like picked up on me like she came and lifted my spirits? Or do you mean overhead pressed me? I'm pretty heavy, dude. I don't think there's many women who could just pick me up. Coach, what is the optimal fat intake to maintain good hormone profiles for drug-free people? I heard 40 grams a day. We don't know. How's that for an answer? But the type of fat might seem to be a factor. The answer is exercise science does not know. And what are we defining as a good hormone profile? Are we talking about balancing inflammatory versus anti-inflammatory prostaglandins? Are you talking about testosterone or something? Well, if you're talking about balancing those other sort of hormones, the fat type is enormously important. And wow, we ain't got time for that. All right, guys, I wasn't going to run this one long anyways, because I did a long one in Facebook already, but I did think I would check in with you guys. So we're going to wind it down. I hope it has been informative. I love all of you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time.